Welcome back to another Wealth Wednesday. I know my apologies for the late. We had technical difficulties, but make sure to share this information. My name is Corey Phillips. I'm the founder and CEO of Social Storm LLC, and we continue to share about financial literacy. And we're using this Wealth Wednesday call to give different perspectives from Gen Z on how to build wealth, how to invest in the stock market, how to start your business, how to create that foundation, and we're going to bring these top young entrepreneurs across the world each and every week. So make sure to like and subscribe here on Corey Phillips 32 on Instagram. Make sure to subscribe and follow our guest on this show, and we'll continue to go from there. So these guys are my brothers. We've been growing, especially a lot over the last year as we continue to utilize events and collaborations in Chicago. And we want to continue to use this information so that we can share this to each of our families. So we will share this information to you all. Make sure to share this out on YouTube to your friends and family. And without introduction, I want to give each of my guests a chance to introduce yourselves again. Tell us who you are, what you do, and then why they should listen to you and what type of value you do within the community. So anyone who wants to go first.
I'll go ahead. How y'all doing? Glad to be here again. Got another Wednesday, another blessing. With my brothers today. Thank Corey for putting it together and putting us all on here, man, to really give y'all the game, some salsa, and not only again, like I always say on here, not just do it, but also bring it back to the community. My name is Justo, the CEO. I'm a financial literacy expert, especially when it comes in the credit aspect, help people fix credit, build credit, and obtain credit, and really show you how to leverage credit. I'm also the CEO and designer of Over East. And yeah, man, I'm y'all brother, man. I'm here, to give the game, you feel me, as much as we can. I'm just blessed to be here, bro.
I'm glad.
Okay, I'll go next. How y'all doing? It's y'all boy Sean the Undeniable, aka LaShawn Sanders, 20-year-old union electrician, entrepreneur out of Chicago. And Corey said, "Say why y'all should listen to me." I say y'all should listen to me because I believe that I'm young and I've shown how to master a foundation while also becoming an entrepreneur, right? So I talk about the importance of a foundation. I give exposure to the skilled trades, and y'all just watching me along my journey as I tackle navigating the skilled trades and also being an entrepreneur at the same time. So y'all watch and learn, man. Watch and learn.
I love that. Thank
All
you.
right, so my name is Kuye Adebayo Kuye. Um, First of all, I'm a man of God. Second of all, titles wise, I'm a entrepreneur, counselor, third generation entrepreneur and counselor, working in the mental health field. And on the business side, I teach personal and professional development, developing yourself, owner and CEO of Minority Mind Network, where the motto is think differently, achieve differently. Everything I talk about, I'm pretty much an open book, but if it's about developing yourself as a human, I'm the type of person that you can talk to it about. So I just want to drop the knowledge for everybody, bro. I want to be an open book for the day. I'm excited for these questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So to start off, you all, I know we're all doing great things. A lot of people, when they get into building wealth, entrepreneurship, things like that, what do you all feel like um, is the foundation to your faith and your life that help you become an entrepreneur?
Um,
Awesome. Yeah,
go,
cool.
go ahead.
So, firstly, I would say keeping God first. And I believe that's first and foremost. Keeping God first in everything that you do and making sure that your heart posture is pure regarding every single thing that you do. If you in it for money, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You got to be in it because it's what God's calling you to do. So I know for me how my story started. Like when I was just an electrician, I was just an electrician for a little while. I was just doing my work, and I would see not a lot of people that look like us on the job site, right? So I did some advocacy work when I was in high school. Created a class, did a couple things to just uplift my community, and I thought that I was just going to be an electrician now. I thought that was just my call. I thought that was my pro. Okay, I got in as an electrician. I'm good now. I made it. I done broke a generational curse. Now I done broke the curse of poverty. I'm middle class. Ooh. What you think your plan is and what God has in store for you are two totally different things. And all you got to do is stay obedient. He gave me the spirit of unrest being on these multiple job sites and not seeing people that look like us. He gave me the spirit of unrest when I'm seeing more people in Chicago dying, killing each other every single day, young as you and I. Forever 15, forever 16, just going I'm like, man, something got to change. We need to understand this importance of this. But God gave me that vision. He gave me that spirit of unrest. He ain't allowed me to just be an electrician, work for 40 years. And he gave me that spirit of unrest. He gave me that spirit of entrepreneurship and importance of having that foundation. Everything I say, I'm just a vessel from him. Everything I say, I'm just a vessel from him. So I would say just having that foundation and keeping God first in everything that you do and just being obedient to his message, being obedient to his vision, right? Because he is the author and the finisher of our faith. Everything is already written. All you got to do is be obedient and just progress in life and just wait for him to unlock that next stages for you. So that's what I got.
Kuye, Justin.
I would say what's keeping me grounded on the path of entrepreneurship and faith in general, honestly, is just it's hard to put it into words, but I have to tell a story to really explain it. So at the foundation of everything, I'm really just a mama's boy, a grandma's baby, growing up in the city and going to church with my grandma, my mom every Sunday. Like that's really was the foundation for the faith aspect. And then when we start talking about business, I feel like business is more of a calling, a purpose that God places into your life in order for you to go ahead and tackle. And it's whether you listen to it or whether you don't. So I remember being young and I said that my grandmama kept me in the church, my mama kept me in the church, but I wasn't always in the church. The thing that happened was my grandmother's passing, which led to like my entire life changing. It's something that shaped me and helped me see some of the, things in this world that was unfair. Some things in the world, growing up, I saw was unfair. And as I got older, these messages, these things I kept seeing that seemed to be wrong, kept coming to me. Like I kept going through these situations. And after I realized that, a lot of the unfairness in the world is caused by the lack of development in people, whether that's mentally, whether that's spiritually, whether that's physically. A lot of the unfairness is due to the lack of development in people. So on the business side, you got the faith in God that I developed early by being kept in the church, but then the faith that keep me going in business is just seeing an issue out there that's like, I feel like this is what I'm meant to solve. Like if people are going to lack development mentally, spiritually, physically, and I can help people just by, talking about my journey, talking about what I done learned, then I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to let that calling and those different things I see wrong in the world just sit there, because, if God done put it in your heart to see some of these issues that's on your heart, on your mind, then you got to be the one to handle it. He ain't just let you see it so you can go, look back and just expect somebody else to handle it. So that's my take on that.
Man, I love to hear it. And that's why your community and your circle is very much important. You feel me? Because, they gave y'all the answer right there. Like, and I'm not going to not bring up God because they said it as well, because it's the truth. You feel me? He's the one who guided me, to be, on her, you feel me, to be on her and walk in my purpose. And like Kuye said, it's just about finding your purpose and then living through it. Most of the time, we get paid for our purpose, and that's really what it is. Me, for an example, again, I'm in the credit space and I also have a clothing brand, so my whole thing was, again, with business, your whole job is to solve someone's problem. Whether it's a service or a product, that's what your job is, so solving a problem mixing with a passion, first off, I feel like most of the time when you start a business, you have to solve your own problem first, right? So me, when I started my clothing brand, I had to solve my own problem of, I don't want to continue to invest into these designer brands, when I can make my own. you know, and I can make it better, you know, and tailor it to me. And then I could share my own style to everyone else, you know, who loves my style, you know, and create something for myself that's a brand behind me. Now when we're talking about, you know, the financial literacy spot, I had to figure that out on my own, you know, and I seen, like LaShawn said, I seen how much our community was lacking this type of information, you know, and it's like, why, you know, but now that I got it, I'm not gonna make it, I'm not gonna again look past and be like, oh no, I'm gonna just, you know, keep this or whatever the case is. I understood how I was before I gained this information. So my whole thing is, let me make sure that I'm putting it out there. Because again, and I'll say this second time, you feel me? Well, this will be the third time in a row that we're doing this. And what I say, we're not just gonna be doing it, we're gonna show it. You know, we could all be on here. I mean, not even be on here and still make money from the work we do. We don't have to, you know, come on here and speak, you know, but I feel like it's in everyone's purpose / passion to push out this information because we knew how much of a impact it was when we learned it, when we got on it, and then we executed, you know. So that's just me, bro. I just want to change lives through financial literacy, bro, and like show people like it's another way. You feel what I'm saying? Especially where we come from in the communities that we grew up in. Like it's definitely another way to getting money and becoming financially free.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's something that's so important. That we just change the perspective of how we view things. We think just because we don't see those things that a lot of these things are not happening, but we're able to put this information at the forefront so we can kind of just see bigger. Because, like LaShawn says, your level of exposure, level of success. So if that's all the stuff that you see, and we're not continuing to push this message forward, then we'll see a lot of those negative things that we see within our life. And then my next question to you all is, like, a lot of young people see us at the current situation that we are now doing different things in the community, but they want to know, what were your thoughts when you first started, like when you first got started, and what is the thing that kept you motivated even when everything was stacked against you, and you didn't have the resources, you didn't have the knowledge, you didn't, and you were at a point where you might have maybe quit, or almost thought you would have quit, or you didn't have the right people around you. What do you feel like kept you going, to those people out there?
Anybody?
I go.
Go ahead.
So what kept me going, bro? I had to understand that God chose me for this. You feel me? Like I'm doing this for a reason, you know, and a lot of times, depending on like your reason why, you got to really understand your reason. You feel me? A lot of people doing this for self, and when you're doing it for yourself or you're doing it for others, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna really have that same burn in you. You feel me? Like you're not gonna always get up and be like, damn, I gotta do it. Like I noticed that, bro, if I don't do it, nobody else is gonna do it. Like this is something that God has chose for me. And yeah, it was some in my family, you feel me, or it was some just okay in my community. But then I started looking like, this is bigger than my family, this is bigger than my community, this is bigger than my friend group. This is, you know, what God has made, you know what I'm saying, for me to do. You know, so I feel like if you ain't, and again, I'm always leading everything to God. But if you ain't got that relationship with God like how you supposed to, you gonna lose out on a lot. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people do, you know, go without God and they get it done, you know. But I'm just saying what empowered me, you know. But understand that it ain't just about me. It ain't about none of that. It's about the community. It's about what God has chose me to do, you know, to impact others. So, you know, through those hard times, I just know it can get better. And I remember when God brought me through these hard times, you know what I'm saying? So, and I just look at it at like a test. Like, and in the beginning, I'll be honest, I don't. You feel me? At the beginning, you know, I'm having these mental thoughts like, yeah, it's time to, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe this not it, you know. But man, what motivates me so much is waking up. When I wake up and whatever has happened before or whatever I'm going through right now, that's God telling me, oh, it's go time. It's something finna happen. You know what I'm saying? And if he continues to wake you up each and every single day, you have to have that mentality like it ain't over till it's over, like for real. And like that's how you got to think about life. And I was telling one of my mentees, right? We were driving through the east side of Chicago, and unfortunately, like it was, some less fortunate people. And I was just saying, like, it's easy to lose a grip on life. And what I mean by that is it ain't over till it's over. Like somebody could be homeless on the street and they could be a millionaire next year. You get what I'm saying? But most of the times they losing a grip on life and they feel like it's over. Like it ain't never over. If God continue to wake you up, it ain't never over. No matter what you facing against, like it ain't never over. I done seen and y'all heard of many stories. People come from the bottom and it look like it's over with for them, but it ain't over until you leave this earth. And a lot of people don't be understanding that. And the devil, he do a great job of trying to have you look at your physical life and think like this is it for you. Like some millionaires get rich at 50. You get what I'm saying? At 50, you like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And then especially us, we locking in early 20s, you know what I'm saying? Figuring it out now. It's like, dang, I'm glad I'm figuring it out now instead of, being 50, but it's never too late. As long as you continue to wake up, that's a sign from God that telling you I have more in store for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dang, God, you care that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I shouldn't even be thinking like that, but it's like, it is like that. God really does care about you that much. So when you wake up each and every single day, dedicated to growth, dedicated to putting a step forward towards those dreams and towards those goals that he put inside that mind. You feel me? Don't ever give up. Like, I done seen people give up, bro. And man, they blessing was around the corner. And I'm gonna leave off with this. I don't know if y'all ever seen, but it be a viral picture going on, and it's two things, two levels. Is at the top, both people they mining for diamonds, they hitting, the wall, breaking the wall, or whatever the case is. And dude up top, he was real close to the diamond. You get what I'm saying? And what's the name? He walked away like one hit away from getting, the treasure, getting the blessing, getting the glory, everything, everything that we working hard for. He was one hit away, one more step away. And then the dude at the bottom, like he still worked, and then he eventually got his stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to say, again, if God wake you up another day, please look at it as God got something for me. He ain't take me up off this earth yet. And that's what I always understand. It ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till I leave this earth. That's when I'm a quote unquote give up. But that ain't even giving up. This is just the end. You feel me? So just fall in love with the journey and focus on each and every single day that's in front of you, not what been happening or what you think gonna happen. Focus on that day that he woke you up and blessed you with.
Absolutely. I love that. That's inside the book Think and Grow Rich. I'm actually rereading that right now. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people end up quitting on things way too early, and they could be kicking, they can be hitting, they could be working so hard and only be 3 feet from gold and quit and lose on that major opportunity that they're breaking through. And you see all these different CEOs, like you mentioned, most of them don't get caught up in becoming an entrepreneur, making $1 million at 16, when majority of these millionaires are in their 50s and 60s, and they've spent 20 years working on something just to get that one moment. Same like these athletes, they spend 20 something years of their life, 30 something years of their life to win a Super Bowl in the NFL. And people think that social media and society thinks that you can get all of this in the span of 3 weeks or 1 month, but you just continue to get that into the mindset of not quitting, but continuing to push forward regardless of what type of hardships, what type of things that set you back, but things that keep you resilient, that keep you pushing forward, and then you'll see you rise to new heights.
Fact.
I'd love to take this one next.
Absolutely.
So I got two different quote unquote answers to this, two different sides to this. So I would say I'm gonna give you an answer on the career side and on the business side. So you say what keeps me going on the career side, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Let's be honest, I'm 20 years old. And I got into one old career and two, a different career. Very, very young, right? So growing up where, we grew up, you don't see any black electricians. You just don't. You see the same people on the same block and the same corner. You leave and come back for 5. I left and come back for a year. The same people are still doing the same thing. It's not an environment of productivity. It's an environment of complacency. So we didn't see that, right? So when I got into my field, what kept me going was, one, I had to beat a lot of people to get in, and I felt that was God qualifying me. So when I took my test to get in, I went against 2,300 people. They only took 60 spots, and I'm going against 40-year-olds, 50-year-old people with 10, 20 years of experience, and I got selected to get in. That was nothing but God. That was nothing but God. And I feel like I'm a firm believer in him giving you seeds to do something with, right? So you got to sow into that seed. He's going to give you the seed. He's going to open that door. What you do next is up to you. And that goes back to what I said before with that obedience. It goes back to that obedience. So he gave me that seed. So I owed it to myself, and I owed it to God, who opened that door for me, something I ain't never seen nobody else do around me. I had to keep going. I had to keep going because so many people didn't get that opportunity. Because I seen, and again, there's nothing that separates me to anybody else. Absolutely nothing. I feel like that understanding that I could lose it all tomorrow, that really kept me pushing forward, especially in my career where you don't see a lot of people that look like me, where I'm always the youngest one on the job site. And I got to swing that hammer just as hard as everybody else. So that's what I would say it keeps me moving forward, right? God deemed me worthy of breaking those generational curses, right? Broke the generational curse of poverty 18, 19 years old. And he just didn't leave me complacent. He allowed me to break more and more and more. He allowed me to go to therapy. He's allowing me to have a beautiful life. He's allowing me to have, eventually a wife and kids, something I've never seen before. So every time I swing that hammer, I'm thinking it back to what he's going to allow me to have. That's my motivation. That's my power. That's my passion. The fact that he's deemed me worthy of having those things, something I've never seen before. So every time I swing that hammer, every time I got to wake up 4:30 in the morning, every time I got to be at that job site at 6, every single time I'm having a hard day, body hurt. It's like, come on, just think about God allowed me to have this. And also he gave me the vision to give it to somebody else because I'm not the only one that deserves this. Because again, there's nothing that separates me from anybody else. And so on the business side, that was career. And on the business side, I'm gonna keep this one brief. I would say again, what keeps me going? I'm gonna tell a quick story and I'm gonna get real personal with y'all. Why? Because again, nothing that separates me than you. You've probably been through the exact same thing. In 2023, I had a half brother. His name was Jarrell Fredericks. Now, Jarrell, he lived in Chicago for a brief period of time. Our father, he wasn't really in our lives. He wasn't in our lives at all. Our biological fathers, not really in our lives at all, right? So he grew up in Chicago. He grew up lack of opportunity. He grew up, he tried to play football, tried to do this, tried to do that, and then fell into the wrong crowd. He got into a gang. So then he had moved down to Indiana. He got into a gang, and mind you, if I'm talking to him, brilliant man, a lot of love in his heart, always loved his family. He actually got me in touch with all of my brothers again, all my brothers and sisters. And I remember one day, regular day, I got a call that my brother passed away. 26 years old, left behind 4 kids. He passed away. So I go to his funeral. I promise you, I go to his funeral. They all wearing red. I'm like, that's not the brother I saw. I go in there. They got all AK-47s in there. Glocks, all type of stuff. Somebody walk up to his casket. Oh man, that was my favorite hitter. That was my favorite shooter. Before my brother was in the ground, just a lot of negativity. Negative things they were saying about him. That was BD. That was real, man. That was this, man. So when I went up there, I say, man, that wasn't BD. That wasn't nobody, man. That was Jarrell Fredericks. He was a brother. He was a father. Come on now. And I saw the life that he was living. Again, a man with a lot of love in his heart. So much love in his heart. But the only thing that stopped him was he wasn't exposed to anything else. How many Jarrells are out there right now? So much love in their heart, want better for themselves, but just don't know a better way. And God has blessed me with a better way, and who am I not to give that to somebody else? If he feeding me, giving me my daily bread, and I'm in my overflow, even if I'm not in my overflow, I don't care if I got one piece of bread. He gave me this, just one thing. Who am I not to split it and give it to you when I see you starving? When I know it can help better you. So on the business side, why I go into speaking, why I speak, and why I'm trying to master a lot of different things. Why? Because I want to bring it back to my people. I want to bring it back to the people that haven't been exposed to it. If you can't watch a YouTube video and get that exposure, if you can't find nobody and get that exposure, well, I'm about to come to your school and expose that. I'm about to come in your area. I'm about to come in your neighborhood. I'm finna come to wherever you at. I'm about to expose you to, and I'm about to speak to you. I'm finna look at you in your eyes, speak to you, and tell you that you can be great. Tell you that you can be better. Tell you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and God loves you, and tells you that He brought me in front of you today to expose you to something else. Because the life that you live in is not the life that you deserve to live. The exposure that you've been given is not the exposure that you deserve to have. And I'm here to change that. They tell us all day long based on where our zip code is, based on who our parents are, based on our social economical status, based on what school you go to. They got a jail cell waiting for you right now just based upon those factors. They don't want us to win. They want you to be not exposed. They want more Jarrells to happen. Keep flowing, keep that flowing, keep joining them games, keep scamming, keep selling, and keep doing those things that aren't becoming of who we are. And it's not my fault, but it's my responsibility to change that. So that's what keeps me motivated on the business side is if my brother would have got exposed, he'll still be here right now. So I owe it to everybody to expose them. So there we go. My long drawn out explanation.
No, absolutely. Now that's real talk though. Like that's so important. And we truly paving that direction and truly inspire me each and every time you move with your energy that just continues to empower every single person you reach with your voice, and that's truly what we building together collectively. So that's so important. Kuye,
Man, y'all brothers did a good job. I don't really know, I know what I'm gonna say, but I have to give y'all props because man, that's y'all did a good job on that one. I have to say honestly, if I'm talking to a young person that's looking at me and saying, "Oh yeah, how what do I do if I'm in XYZ situation right now and I want to get there?" First thing I'm gonna say is don't look at me, look at God. One, but secondly, I'm gonna give them some practical side of things as well because we already hit on God. You two hit on God very, very well. But on the practical side, for someone like me, I'm a little bit different in the sense that I never really fit in anywhere. Like I was in the city, growing up on the south side of Chicago, and I was the awkward kid. I ain't really fit in nowhere in the city. And then, fast forward, we moved to the suburbs, doing well financially, and now I'm in the burbs. I ain't really fit in anywhere either. So I used to think that was like a weakness. It was something I should be really like ashamed about. But I realized it was actually a superpower because both of the things you guys said are very important, but also one of the biggest things you can do early while you actually in it, while you're trying to find your way and you maybe ain't got the right people around you, is figure out how to actually be comfortable not fitting in. Like the reality is you got some people around you. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's, your homies that you used to be cool with, but you want better and they don't. You got someone that you fit in with, someone that you kick it with, but you might not be 100% compatible no more because you want different for your life. And something I actually got comfortable with by default because I never really fit in is being comfortable not fitting in. If I wanted to go do something, I went and did it. I didn't care if my homies was doing something different. I went and did it. If I wanted to go buy real estate and all I knew before I graduated high school was basketball and hooping and going to D1 schools and XYZ, but now COVID shut everything down. I want to go do real estate. Then I went and found people who did real estate. My old friends, I ain't fit in with no more that much. I went and kicked it with them. I went and supported them, but it's just different seasons in your life require different people, different opportunities, different habits, different ways of thinking. And, if we talking on a spiritual level, we talking God, then God said that his people are called people, a chosen people. They said that he separates his people from the world and that the world not going to like his people. And we can look at that in the historical context of the Bible, or we can look at that practically and say that when the world or your old world that you used to know doesn't agree with you no more, they're not gonna like you. They're not gonna really understand you. So it's gonna seem like they hate you. But the reality is you just changed, brother. You ready to grow. So if you don't got that support system right now, you ain't got the people around you. Tap in with us, first of all, DM all of us, follow all of us, make sure that you go ahead and tap in with the communities that we are in. But secondly, it's cool because it's going to take time to go ahead and find those people. But, you know, in my framework, in my curriculum that I go over when I'm going into schools, universities, doing different workshops in different offices, I call it the infinite game framework. And one of the most powerful parts of that framework is the networking portion because, you know, people can take you further than knowledge and habits and mindset can do alone. You get one good opportunity from the right person and you'll be in a situation you never thought possible in the time frame that it happened. So first, to avoid any of the negativity that can come from being isolated and feeling like you alone, be comfortable being alone. Take care of yourself, brother. I go out and take myself out all the time, especially when I was, you know, in between figuring out whether I was going to go hoop somewhere or if I was going to pursue entrepreneurship. Figure out what you like to do. Figure out what you like to do to take care of yourself. Be comfortable not fitting in all the time because the only person you take everywhere is yourself. So learn to live with that and keep God with you through all of it because honestly, without God, I don't believe none of it make any sense of a matter anyway. So keep God at the forefront because even when you feel by yourself, God is with you right by your side. So that's the biggest thing. Get comfortable being by yourself and standing out in a positive way.
Perfect. I ain't gonna lie.
Cooking.
Y'all both real for real.
Absolutely. That's one thing that's like we're taught to fit in and be like everyone else as we're a kid, but really the people who stand out are the people who were different, people who wanted to be leaders, people who wanted to continue to be smart and be intelligent. And we need to show that more young people can truly be themselves, be their true authentic self and impacting people throughout what we're doing. Each of us has a voice, but most people are too worried about living someone else's life or for what the approval of other people. They don't really use their own gifts. And that's something that we're going to continue to push moving forward. Like that's something I had to do, like, and continue to walk into a different path because everyone wants to be successful until they have to do the work that it takes to become successful, until it takes the sacrifices, until it says everyone wants to be the person that wins, but the people who are going to win are going to be the people who take that different route. So around that, another thing for us, we spoke on just being able to surround ourselves and networking. What do you all feel like is some things that you had to let go of in order for you to elevate, like by being different? What do you feel like is the biggest thing you had to let go of in order for you to reach that new level of success?
I'll take this one first. That's okay.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So what I had to let go of was to reach a new level of success is my old mindset from the environment that I used to be in. So, and you live in an environment where no one is doing what you're trying to do. One, it's a couple of things you got to do. People are gonna try to drag you down because they don't understand your vision, and they only probably know an old version of you versus this new version of you that's trying to do better. And I'm sure as we all been through transformations on this call. Every single one of us, from where we used to be to the men that we are trying to be now. And I know that each and every one of us has experienced someone trying to put these word curses on us, tell us that we not the people that we are meant to be because they don't have the same mindset as us. So to get to that next level, you have to shed that, not only that new skin, but you have to shed those old people who are still used to that old version of you. Because if you can't shed those new people, don't shed those old people, then they're always going to constantly be trying to drag you. It's like crabs in a bucket. It's like crabs in a bucket. You trying to go up. You trying to reach the top. You trying to get out that bucket to expose yourself to something better. But then here's somebody go with an old vice that you used to have. Old vice that you used to have that you're trying to quit. All day long. Hey, come on. Hey, man, come do, man. Come on, man. How you used to be doing. Come on. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling you down. Right? It's pulling you down because now you, all right, no, you got to be different. You can't just start different. You have to be different that whole way through. You can't just have a different mindset, but still have the same mentality that's leading you back to where you used to be. If you go be different, commit. And again, like what Kuye said, that starts with being, hey, I'm different. I might not have been different before, but that was yesterday. God renewed me today. Every single day, like Justin said, every single day he wake me up as a chance that I could be a totally different person. He renewed me. I'm different. Hey, stop trying to drag me down. I don't do that no more. I don't want to go here. I don't want to hang out here. I don't talk about that stuff no more. My calling is different now. My anointing is different now. So I would say to get to where you want to go, you have to shed that new skin, shed those old people, and shed that old mindset. Why? Because to get to a place where you want to go, you have to have a different level of discipline that you had before. Mind you, I'm the youngest one here. I graduated high school 2023. To get to where I want to go, I think I could have the same mindset I had when I was in high school. No. Why? Because my limit is always going to be here. Y'all can't even see it. It's so far to hell. My limit is always going to be here if I had the same mindset. If I still did the same things I did in high school. If I was hanging around the same people I did in middle school, high school, having the same. No, you have to elevate your mindset as you elevate your level of exposure. So that's it.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Definitely each and every level that you go in life, whether that's you graduating from high school, you going to college, you getting a new job, you being in a new position, you must be able to elevate to reach those new circles, or don't let those old things hold you down from where you used to be. The same type of the conversations we had last year are different than the ones that we're going to have this year, and that's going to happen next year because we're building at a whole new level. Now we're talking about not just talking about financial literacy, but how can we integrate this into our schools? How can we integrate this into our programs? How can we reach a new whole different audience? Like the conversations will continue to elevate as we grow. So that's something that we continue to navigate as young people. You all, Justin or Kuya, you have anything to add on top of that?
Yeah, I like to add. I'm pretty sure all of us will say the same thing. It's your mindset, but I want to get very specific on what, you know what I'm saying? Why does your mindset have to change? Now, I'm saying that because it's the truth. We are all human, right? The only thing that changes you is how you think about money, how you think about the world, how you think about people. You get what I'm saying? So when you shift your mindset, you start looking at things differently, and your mindset control your whole, like, with everything. Again, it goes with everything. So that's what do you have to sacrifice now? Like, okay, I'm gonna stop doing this and start doing this. I'm gonna not do this no more. You feel me? So I can start doing this. Or this thing that I wasn't doing, I'm gonna start doing it now. You get what I'm saying? And when your mindset change like that, that's when you're gonna reach the whole thing. So for an example, just to, like, explain where I'm coming from on my standpoint, my mindset has always been different. That's why I felt what Kuye was coming from when he was speaking at, like, oh, I felt different here, I felt different here. I never was the type, and I'm not gonna say like I never, fell into the quote unquote normal, others world. We're gonna do this instead of doing this, but I always question it if I was doing it, and that came to me like, okay, I'm different, and again, I think it's that thing where it's like, okay, God chose you for this, because it's like how, you feel me? But when I understood that, okay, I'm not thinking of this like this, I understood what I was capable of. You feel me? So my mindset changing, like, okay, I don't want to go to, like, I ain't no working type. You get what I'm saying? But then again, my mindset, like, okay, because there's people out here who the same way. and then I'm not the worker type, but then be broke. You feel me? And they pride to be in the way for them not to get a job. But since my mindset different, yeah, I'm not a worker type, but I'm finna do this so I can get there. Sean said a lot. That can be your foundation. That can be a car that you get in to get to your destination. You get what I'm saying? So as I'm thinking different, and that's just what has had to change. If you don't change your mindset, and I have spent thousands of dollars on mentorships, learning about a lot of things, a lot of things when it comes to business, when it comes to credit, like literally everything I almost know, I paid money for it. And the number one thing that they first start on is mindset. So I know it's your mindset. Like, we could get very specific into detail about what but everything is your mindset, because if you're not thinking right, why would you you're not going to think like, okay, this makes sense for me to do, for me to get this next level. Oh, this makes sense for me to stop doing. This makes sense for me to start hanging around these people. This makes sense for me to start like just looking up how this works and how that works. You get what I'm saying? So it's definitely your mindset. And I just wanted to piggyback off what bro said, because I want to emphasize on that. If you don't change your mindset, you're going to continue to think that the people you are around are the people that's going to get you, that that you're going to be a hang around and y'all could still get to the same destination. You're going to continue to think that the things you are doing is okay and is going to be enough to get you to that next destination that you want to get to. You're going to continue to think that. So please, man, read podcasts, do things like this, and get different perspectives on life, especially from people where you want to be in life. You feel me? Like, get their perspective. So it's like, okay, bro thinking like this, he where I want to be. Let me tap into how he thinking, how he view people, how he view money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very much important that you change your mindset. It's the number one thing. Like, I was really thinking like, okay, what else can I say? You feel me? Bro said mindset, but it really is your mindset. So if Kuye got it, you feel me? I would love to hear what he say, but I feel like it's all your mindset, bro. Your mindset is everything. Your mindset is what's going to drive you to stop doing certain things and start doing, new things. Like, again, bro, we come from, certain environments where it's like, okay, it's only this way. I'm in that environment. What Sean said, I'm no different than nobody watching this that's gonna watch this. That's D, Kuye, Corey, and Sean. We no different at all. Only thing that separates us from other people is your mindset. But that's adaptable to anybody. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no superpowers. How we doing this? You feel me? We just changed our mindset. So that's what I say. Kuye, if you got something, I would love to hear it, because I don't know, I'm just thinking like that, bro.
Man, y'all got me excited, brother. You got me real excited to answer this question. So we the thing you said about it really being a mindset, the thing we got to shed in order to reach the next level is real. But I'm gonna get specific, because I think it's one thing that maybe hasn't been said, at least not fully, but I'm gonna go out there and say it.
Say it, man. I can do it.
Say it.
The number one thing. The number one thing that you need to shed in order to reach the next level of development in your life is the need to chase perfection.
Cool, yeah, you cooking.
A lot of us, we developed this because of how we brought into this world. I mean, think about it. One day we plop on this earth and we find out who our parents are, and we figure out that, okay, our parents want us to be successful, but how do we become successful? So the first situation we find ourselves in where we need to figure out what success actually means is school. But in school, they teach you what success is, but they teach it to you in the wrong context. You end up in school where, in order to get the good grade, they put you on a grading system. They give you an A, B, C, D, a F. And they tell you that you should be striving for that A all the time in order to feel successful. But some of us ain't getting straight A's in every single class. Some of us aren't the straight A students in school. And they set us up completely wrong to think that in life, it's an A that matters. Because when you get into the real world, you start to think that you're chasing an A to be perfect. But the reality is, no situation in the real world you will ever be 100% perfect in the way that you act, 100% perfect in the knowledge that you know, 100% perfect in the way that you think.
Facts.
And I bring this back to me when I bought my first rental property. I saved 85% of my income staying with my parents and working so that I can save us some money to have reserves and to be able to go ahead and buy my first rental property at 19 years old. But let me tell you, because you think I had to be perfect, like, man, you know, this dude was penny pinching. This brother was, you know, he wasn't doing nothing during that time. And I'm gonna tell you right now, every single weekend, even though I was saving majority of my money, I was going out with my homies and kicking it. But that's not what you imagine when you hear that somebody save majority of their money to go ahead and do something young like that. You think, oh man, this dude was locked in. He was on a computer. He had the hoodie down. He was locked in. Blah, blah, blah. Nah, bro. I'm just keeping the bug with you. Even right now, as I'm building my business, as I'm doing the things I need to do to get to where I'm at, if someone was to come grade my life right now on camera, on content, on social media, it looked nice. It looked AB. It looked nice because I do want to have a good presence out there. But I keep it a buck. You ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you what it is, and let me tell you what it is. I'm probably a C at best, brother, and we all probably a C at best if we keeping it a buck, because ain't none of us perfect right now.
Facts.
All of us are taking what we know, we applying it, we put it in the right places, we making sure that we give back what we know that's working right now to the people that's listening to us. But if you stick to that A, B, C, D, F system, you think that you gotta have an A in life in order for things to go good for you, but that's not the case. You gotta get to motion, you gotta get some motion going, you gotta get to moving, you gotta actually put things in action, you gotta be willing to fail, you gotta be making sure that you stand out in the positive when you're not fitting in with the wrong crowd that don't got the stuff that you want. But even with doing all that stuff, you're gonna always be missing something. Because understand this is the biggest thing I teach in my curriculum too. Level 1 thinking ain't gonna understand level 2 behavior. And I want you to really think about that. Level 1 thinking ain't gonna understand level 2 behavior. So sometimes in order to be successful, you're not gonna fully understand what you got to do, but you just got to go do it. And that's one of the craziest things about life is that there's always gonna be an amount of information that you don't know that's gonna leave you blindsided to where there's some risk involved in whatever you do. But if you think you gotta be perfect, if you're chasing perfection because somebody told you needed to be a straight A student, you needed to hit the honor roll all the time, that's just not how real life works. So let me get that one really stuck in your head, anybody that's listening to this, because every time I come across a young person, I'm in the schools, I'm with the middle schools, the high schoolers, even the college students, and we talking about being perfect and not wanting to disappoint our parents and XYZ. I understand, bro. I understand. I feel pressure every day. I'm a third generational entrepreneur counselor, brother. I want to make sure I do the right thing. I'm the oldest. I'm all these different things. You know, I was closest to my grandparents, and I'm trying to make everybody proud. Believe me, brother. I understand. Believe me, sister, I understand. But I'm telling you right now, perfection is not what we chasing. We chasing action. We are chasing consistent progress. So that's the number one thing you got to shed when it comes to actually separating yourself, is shed that idea that perfection is a thing, because it ain't, brother. It ain't.
In Kuye, we trust. I swear to God. In Kuye, we trust. That boy just cooked. Smoke alarm going off. That boy is cooking. Hear what he just said, y'all.
Man, I love these brothers, bro. They so humble, like so humble. Like the pride is out the way, and like, bro, not lying. We not perfect. We just go do it though. You feel what I'm saying? We not waiting, like, and that's another thing too that I learned from my mentors. They just say go do it. None of us on here on perfect. None of us, and I say it all the time. Y'all on my Bible studies, or y'all like on that, like y'all know me for real. I say it all the time. Like I don't got it. I still ain't got it figured out. Of course it's gonna look good, but the only thing that's different between us and people who haven't done it yet is right there. They haven't done it yet. That's it, bro. Every person who I'm talking to, and I think they bro, I just did it, bro. Like that's it. It's because it's not a lot of people who doing it. That's the only thing, bro. And it's because of the mindset, but it's because you're not doing it. Like if you just go do it, you already winning, bro. Like, and it's crazy because I learned that from this, right? let's just say I got 5,000 followers on Instagram, right? It's somebody who has my mentor has like 500,000 or 100,000. I don't know, but it's levels to this, right? So whatever level you on, remember it's somebody who's below you who wants to be in your position and learn from you. You get what I'm saying? So when people be like, "Oh, I want to start, but I need to grow my page first," bro, it's somebody who don't have that little knowledge that you have. Like for an example, to give y'all like, okay, from my standpoint, is levels in the credit business, right? We got level one, entry level one. It's credit repair. You feel me? Knowing credit repair, knowing that you can fix credit, boom. That's that. Number two is learning that you could go obtain credit, like basically getting high limit credit cards, getting approved for auto loans, whatever the case is. Boom. You feel me? And just the basic knowledge of credit. After that, it's okay, leveraging credit, building business credit and everything like that, getting access to that, and then investing into it. Then after that, it's teaching someone who to do all that. You get what I'm saying? So I may be just okay, fix the credit, know the basic knowledge. It's somebody out there who want to learn that, who don't know that, because they don't teach it in the school. You get what I'm saying? They don't teach real estate in the school. You get what I'm saying? They just started teaching the trades in the school, but they don't teach it how my brother Sean over here teaching it on how you could, leverage it. They want you to be stuck there. They want you to be stuck there. They want that to be your only income. But my brother gonna teach y'all differently on how y'all can leverage that and make it more. They don't teach y'all stocks in high school like Corey is. You get what I'm saying? So when there's levels to it, bro, like you gotta understand somebody don't know what you know, and also somebody want to do what you're doing right now. And that's what keep me going too, bro. Like knowing that whatever level I'm in, yeah, I want to be there. I want to be boom right there. But it's somebody who would die to be in my position right now. You get what I'm saying? Like whenever position you in, like even when I was working, it was somebody ready to die to be where I was at. You get what I'm saying? So like just really understand, like if you just go do it, you're gonna become successful for sure, because you already beat you already in the what's the I don't know the percentage, but I know it's low. Well, it ain't even that low because the number growing, but you already in that percentage where the millionaires at. Your money ain't come yet. You already got that mindset, like, okay, at least I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Then staying consistent, another percentage, and then it's really that. But you already winning by just starting. You're already winning by creating a business name, creating a logo, creating this, and having an idea like, okay, I'm not just gonna, do anything, bro. Like you already there being different, bro. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to you if you being different. Congratulations, and I'm proud of all my brothers on her because they different. They did it. You feel what I'm saying? Of course, we ain't do it perfect. We ain't got it written down. If we was doing it perfect, y'all probably would not even see us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wouldn't even see us. Like I ain't trying to be bogus like that, but like, it's just not real. That's what I'm really trying to say. Like, it's not real, bro. No matter how much money you got, whatever, bro. Like, don't let nobody be on here thinking they perfect. Like, people just be talking, like, and we, again, of course, on Instagram, everything looks good and it's supposed to, right? But I love these brothers so much because we be real, bro. We let y'all know the good and the bad. You feel what I'm saying? Letting y'all know, like, so you could be prepared for it, bro. Because a lot of people be selling dreams on her and just not being real, and then that'll throw somebody off like, dang, I'm doing something wrong. Nah, you're not doing nothing wrong. Just stay consistent, stay focused, and just start, bro. Just start.
My bad. One last thing I wanted to add, because something comes to mind when I'm hearing all this. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm a shameless plug. I'm a real shameless plug. So
wait, hold on. What do you mean by that? Explain that to them, bro.
What shameless plug?
Shameless plug.
Hey, I'm promoting my brothers. I'm promoting my sisters. I'm promoting anybody who I think is applicable to this, and I'm gonna promote their platform. Because if it's somebody that y'all need to hear and somebody that's saying something that y'all need to learn from, I'm gonna tell y'all. Because why? We on this call, but it's not just us. It's not just us. It's so many people out there that you can learn from, that you can grow from, that you got to find their platform that just need that exposure, right? So shameless plug.
Facts, and that's real, bro.
So continuing on, what I'm hearing is dude is scared. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm hearing dude is scared. So when I thought of dude is scared, y'all already know. Like I'm gonna shout out all day long. Sullivan, if you watching this, so Sullivan, she has her platform called Do It Scared, and that's something like that's person I admire most in this world. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, Sullivan. Man, I'm not just simping. I promise y'all I'm not. Like, and I admire it because 23 years old, black woman, tackling business, tackling entrepreneurship. It's like doing it scared. It's her it's her branding. Everything she doing it scared. I'm going for it. I'm doing it scared. I'm going to network. I'm doing it scared. That you have to do it scared. You can't just do it. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't just not do it. If you go do it, hey, you go have some fear in your heart. And I feel like what we were talking about with perfection, you don't have to be. I promise you, you don't have to be. I'm ready. I'm about to go. Man, look. Sometimes I don't know how this about to go, but I'm about to go do it. I don't know how this about to shake, Justin. I'm sure when you walk by faith and you quit your job, you like really want to tackle that credit space. I don't know how this about to go, but I got faith. I got God. I might be a little nervous, but I'm about to give that to him, and I'm about to let go and let God and go rock in and show out. Am I lying?
Facts. And it was hard on bro.
Corey, when you created Social Storm, brother, at 18, 19, some years old, you were uncle. Now, happy birthday, by the way, my brother. I love you. You was doing something. You was doing something to note, man. What? You ain't see nobody around you, man. The reason you created Social Storm because there wasn't a Social Storm before Social Storm, bro. You did it scared, bro. You did it when nobody else was doing it. Then you found Ian, and then you found your community, bro. And now you doing it, bro. Kuye, man's got a rental property at 19 years old, bro. Man's CEO, Minority Mind, educator, motivator, inspiration, bro. Did it scared? Man, come on. Now he walked by faith. He originally playing basketball, bro. Originally playing basketball. Imagine going from something that you think, you know what I'm saying? And now you going to an entirely different field, bro. He did it scared. Me, bro, 18 years old, fresh out of high school. Ain't never seen no electrician a day in my life. Ain't never seen an electrician a day in my life. Ain't never seen nobody married. Ain't never seen happy homes. Ain't never seen this, that, and the third. Now I'm chasing greatness. Now I'm chasing greatness on that relationship front. Now I'm chasing breaking generational curses. Now I'm in therapy. Now I'm got an amazing job, amazing foundation. Now I'm about to tackle real estate. Just met with $1 million. Man, I did it scared. I did it shaking, quivering in my boots, bro. So if you go take something else from us, take something else, do it scared, literally. And I'm not just saying that. Bro, you got to do it scared. Why? Because you better than the person that ain't doing it at all, man. How many of us right now? Look at your parents, man. Look at your older brothers. Look at your uncles, right? Look at the position they in right now because they had a dream and they ain't chase it. Man, I say this all the time, man. You only got one life. One. You got one life, man. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, man. God blew his breath into you and said, my son, my daughter, my king, my queen, you deserve to be alive and you deserve to go chase that purpose and you deserve to give me the glory.
Every morning,
bro. Every morning, bro. So you owe it to yourself and you owe it to God, man, to chase that dream, man. You ain't got to have it all figured out. Man, you can have $1 in your pocket and be a millionaire tomorrow, like Justin said, man. All you got to do is walk by faith and not by sight, bro. Even if you ain't never seen nobody do it before. I don't care what you want to do. I don't care if you want to create a jet plaque. I don't care if you want to go to Mars. I don't care if you want to be a man. I don't care what you want to do, man. Go do it, man. Because at the end of the day, when I leave this earthly plane, I want my Lord to know me, bro. I want him to come say, come into these gates, my good and faithful servant. That's all I want, man. And the only way I'm going to get there is by being obedient by what he's called me to do and chasing my purpose, bro. He didn't call you to do something. He didn't call you to do something. And you not being obedient. And you wondering why are you waking up miserable every day? You wondering why you waking up miserable every day? Man, I wake up every day with a smile on my face, and I don't care how the day go. I don't care if it's hard. I don't care if it's tough. I don't care if I'm going to be beat up. And, man, I just got done. I just took a great old nap because I done had a long day at work, man. But I'm still smiling. I'm still here. I'm still giving it my all each and every day. Why? Because that is what God has ordained me to do. Sorry, y'all. I just had to, add that real quick. So do it scared, y'all.
Absolutely. That's the most important thing. We all think that it just talks about being, like Kuya was speaking about, being perfect in school. They grade us in order to be perfect, but in reality, the people that are most successful are the people that fail the most, and that gives people in a state of society where they're never scared. They're scared of taking risk, but the biggest risk is the one you don't take, and the biggest opportunity is the ones that you continue to push forward regardless of the times you fall. And that's the main reason why we need to continue to push this information towards our communities, because it's so important to say it, that each and every day is another opportunity for us to step into a new light. You never know where you would be, but just taking that constant action is one of the most important things, regardless of if you grow, because that momentum will beat that perfection, and that compounding effect of daily action is something that just truly people underestimate. There's been a lot of people that have been way further than me that haven't really had that same work ethic that I surpassed. And so many people just think it's about being understanding every single little detail, but no, it's about being able to do it, whether you on your phone, whether you in your college dorm room, or you working at McDonald's, you working at Walmart. I didn't let people say, "Oh, you can't talk about investing because you're only 20, or you haven't worked at a big firm, or you haven't invested for this long, you invested this amount of money." All I did was just start going. And you never know, you see how much further you go just by taking action. Like 1 year ago was my first event I hosted. It's been 1 year. We hosted our Ian and I hosted our first event in September of 2024. And you see how many people that we've reached in the span of 1 year, how many people we've connected with, how many people that we've impacted. And we almost didn't have the events. Our first 2 or 3 events were almost canceled. Everyone sees the success, they see the photos, they see the success, they see the opportunities, but they don't see the things that we had to do in order to get there. The resilience, the
perseverance,
all those different things, Sean, all those different things that we had to go through in order to get there. But we stayed true to our purpose. We stayed true to our vision. If people shut the door in our face, we created our own room. We didn't wait for people to promote youth. We said we'll create our own platform. You all can, if they don't want to pass the torch, we'll create our own torch and we'll light up other people's, because that's what it's truly about. It's not about who's gonna get all this information, we keep it amongst ourselves. We can all eat. We can all be successful. We can all be wealthy, not in money, but in spirit and in purpose and in life and in health. This is the bigger issue. The biggest thing that we need within our communities is building this up together. You can't do it by yourself. You can't do it alone. You can't do it playing it safe. You have to do it scared. That's the most important thing that we can continue to do. And for my last question for today, if you all can answer, is what would you say is, what do you feel like this next opportunity in Q4? What is the biggest thing that you are going to focus on to elevate your business to finish this year, heading into 2026?
Justin smiling. Go ahead, go, my brother. Eat cheese and Justin got some cooking, sure.
I'm smiling because I know what's going on, man. I really want to just piggyback off what bro just said. Like, it's enough for everybody, bro. And the success that I'm about to have is because of these brothers right here too. You feel me? Like, I like that to be known. Like, we all finna go up because of what we did, you know, how we networked, how we, you know, put the work in. But like, bro, it's just I when you put the work in, you know, you stay consistent and everything, you know the blessing coming, you know the breakthrough coming and everything like that. So man, you said what? My bad. So what's the original question, so I can make sure I'm giving the right answer, bro?
So what is the biggest thing that you're going to focus on in order to level up in 2020, the Q4 of 2025 into 2026?
Okay. I bet. The biggest thing I'm gonna focus on to end this quarter off strong is doing it. Like, just doing it, bro. Don't worry about, I ain't gonna say don't worry about nothing. Like, obviously, you know, do it the best you can, but just doing it, bro. Like, I done wasted a lot of opportunities, you know, just waiting, you know, for what? Because I want this to be like this, I want this to be like this. So whenever somebody call me, collaborating, boom, I'm picking up the phone. When anybody want me to come speak, I'm doing it. Whenever we doing something like this, I'm doing it. Whenever it's time to go drop something on over East, if I could do it, I'm doing it. Like, whenever an opportunity presents itself, I'm doing it. Whenever I could post and create a video, I'm posting it, I'm creating it, I'm doing it, bro. It's the last quarter. You got to. All right, so I gotta I ain't gonna say I got a question for y'all because y'all know the answer. Nobody, the most risk in games, football games, basketball games, anything happened in the last quarter. You get what I'm saying? Like, they not throwing Hail Marys, you feel me, first quarter. You feel me? They not taking half-court shots first quarter. You get what I'm saying? But when you make it be like, dang, he just caught the Hail Mary on 4 people. You feel me? Time just ran out. Dang, he just hit the buzzer beater. You know what I'm saying? He just got the ball and just went crazy. Then, like, he had tunnel vision. He just went crazy. I'm in that mode. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's fourth quarter. It's time to lock in. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't gonna say I ain't like I'm just in that mode. It's fourth quarter. If you play football, you know, for an example, fourth quarter, you throw them fours up. You don't throw the 1 quarter up, the 2, the 3. It's that fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is what matters the most. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this is a proven statistic. Entrepreneurs make their most money in quarter 4. Why? I'm gonna tell y'all, it's the end of the year. A lot of holidays. So, you know, you got Christmas, you got Thanksgiving, you know, a lot of sales, but the consumers are very, very active around this time. There's more overtime given out to the workers, and it's just more stuff being productive. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, whenever I get an opportunity, I'm doing it because I know what type of time it is. This is not my first go around. So, even if this is your first go around, now you know. Fourth quarter is when you put it all on the line. Put it all on the line. I remember I did this last year and I made my first $10,000 month. I made my first $10,000 month in January because I put it all on the line. I want to make 100, you feel me, this month in January. Well, at the end of this year, this month, whatever, you feel me? So I'm putting it all on the line. I'm getting in that mode, you know, like if y'all watch the Bears versus Green Bay Packers all the time, Aaron Rodgers, you get in that mode and then come back and score. That's how I'm coming like, you know, that's what I'm doing though, man. It's that time. It's fourth quarter. Let's get in that mode, man.
Absolutely.
I'll go ahead, talk about that real quick. Fourth quarter opportunities. We in crunch time. Biggest thing is marketing right now. We in the fourth quarter, so everybody, even if it's just a little bit, then a little bit more of a open psychology for new ideas, whether that's just getting your name out there for the business you're trying to promote, or that's going out there getting opportunities for, you know, a holiday job, a wintertime job, you know, some of these temporary jobs that come up around this time of year. Whatever you want to do, go do it. Like, take that opportunity instead of being all stuck behind the screen. Go in person, you know, be personable. Make sure that you separate yourself towards the end of the year, because everybody trying to do the same thing as you. If business owners make they most money in the fourth quarter, that means that basically you got a little bit more competition. Everybody got sales going on. Everybody got, you know, XYZ coming on. And even though people got more money, you still fighting for them customers. You still fighting for that amount of money. All the money you want is in somebody else's wallet right now, somebody else's bank account. So just make sure that you spend time and put your effort into separating yourself while you spending this last quarter to get the opportunities before we end up in 2026. And then, you know, only Lord knows what's going to happen by the end of this year and into 2026. I'm blessed to be here to see it. I hope God keep me through it all and continue to bless my brothers on here as well. So that's it. That's all I got to say.
Okay, first thing I want to say is I love all of y'all. Y'all are truly extraordinary people, and we all doing extraordinary things, and we are all given the strength that God gives us, and we all taking it, and we all doing amazing things with it because God, He's given us a vision, and we writing it down, we made it plain, and now we executing it. We showing up and we showing out. So first thing I want to say, first and foremost, I'm proud of all my brothers on here. Proud of all y'all and my brothers that's watching, my sisters that's watching. It's 9 o'clock right now. You could be at the club, you can be asleep, you can be doing whatever it is, but you here listening to us trying to better your life. So I'm proud to y'all. Every single person that's gonna watch this video, I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all, kings and queens. Keep going. Y'all doing it, okay? Now, secondly, what I want to say is to answer your question, how I'm in and out this year. So I got a few things rocking. Firstly, I need to, again, what Kuye said, market. So I'm getting into more schools. I had the opportunity to speak at a school in Inglewood recently, so it's pretty nice. So I'm about to capitalize on that. I'm really about to hit CPS hard. So making that happen. Kuye, me and you and me know we're gonna be partnering on some things. Corey, y'all know, Justin, y'all already know we got some stuff cooking, right? So just really honing in on that spirit of collaboration and really trying to hit those CPS schools hard. And secondly, I would say is just advancing my career as well. So I'm about to go into my second year of school. I'm excited about that. Really be able to put my head down, get into those books as well, just to advance my own personal self, because I believe that, again, these are my foundation, right? So if I know how to do my trade, my skill, right, I'm always going to be able to just, hey, I'm paying for my mistakes, right? These are going to help me pay for my mistakes. So just being able to really hone in on that as well, really hone in on that craft, because oftentimes we have to pour back into our foundation and we forget that, right? Whatever got you started, sometimes you might have to go back to it, go back to that woodwork to constantly elevate, constantly better yourself, right? You need that strong foundation. You still got to water those roots. So just go back into watering my roots while also working on that bigger picture. So that's it.
Absolutely.
Corey, you got to answer the question too, man.
Of course.
Yeah, bro. What a host that, man. We got to get this host to answer that.
Come on.
Yeah. So for me to finish off 2025, I'd say for me, just finishing. I feel like for me, it's always about finishing everything that I start. So starting off this year with my family, I'll finish this year with my family, creating something big coming in 2026, and just being able to be locked in, like you said earlier. Position yourself where you're all focused on the bigger goal. I'm all locked in on this big event that we're doing in February. Really continuing to navigate, pushing more content, pushing more value through social media. We got a big time event. I'm gonna be down getting interviewed by Black Enterprise to New York tomorrow. So I'll be going off to New York, being interviewed by Black Enterprise, continue to continue to push the message of investing in financial literacy, to be able to navigate and get into schools, partner with you all on some projects so that we can create a long lasting impact. But for me, it's just being focused. I had to go back to the drawing board and just focused on the small things that gets there, because a lot of people think that it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort in order to get more things, but it's just about being able to rewire on how you do things, make things more efficient, change up your game plan. But at the end of the day, you change up your plays, but the game plan does not change. So for me, finishing off the year, just locking in and continuing to get back into those small things to move forward to those bigger things. So that's what it is for me.
I'm really proud of you. Congratulations. I don't know if y'all heard this, man. He just said he about to get shown up and shown out on Black Enterprise. Come on now.
Oh yeah, I'm about to support that heavy, bro. You better send that over immediately.
Send it over, boy. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
CP3 to go. Come on, man.
Yeah. And that's why our community is so important, bro. Like, we just want to see each other win, bro. Like, whenever we can, we connecting each other with, the people we know, just to help each other win, bro. Like, if you ain't around it, you feel me, get around it, please. You feel me? It's going to change your mindset on how you view life. You're going to have brothers around you who not going to let you fall down. They're going to be just expecting your success, and you don't want to let them down, so you're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all spoke on, we came from certain environments. You got to change that mindset. But what'll help you change your mindset is being around people who mindset already changed. Damn, you done put me on the screen. I was just trying to
put
say.
Him on the big screen, man. Come on. CEO, man. Come on.
Nah, bro. Get around those people. Even if you feel like, okay, I don't know, but my mindset changed all the way, but I want it to change. Get around those people who already changed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or who want to change too. Please do it. It's going to change your life. I done met, except for Sean, you feel me and Sean grew up together, but I done met Kuye and Corey this year. Well, I met Corey last year, but I met Kuye this year. You know what I'm saying? And it's just been a blessing, bro. Like, I done met a lot of people this year, you feel me? Because I focused on networking and just, investing in my circle, bro. Like, your circle is everything, bro. It's everything.
Man, absolutely. So, man, if y'all don't got any last words, any last things to note to the people before we head off, finish the call, any last things you have?
Kuye, where they can find you at, man?
Come on, man. It's Kuye. Come on, Kuye.
Man, I put it I put it as my name, Edis Kuye. Hit me up on any platform, Edis Kuye. Or you find my full name on that. My full name is what my thing is on LinkedIn. But man, honestly, last thoughts is follow God, brother. I mean, you can't go wrong with that one. Like I'm real big on that whole think different, achieve different. Don't try to think like the world if you want to get, extraordinary results. That's the biggest thing, and the Bible tell you that. And it's more about what you do than what you say that you know too. So remember that. You can say you know it all you want, but if you ain't putting it in action, you won't really know it yet. You ain't learned.
My last comments, my last thoughts is, again, follow God. Kuye, you definitely hit it on the head. And I know Justin go say something exactly like that, right? We all God-centered, man. We all God-centered. We can't do this without God. There is nothing without God. You have to follow God. And secondly, I would say on that practical side as well, don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid to change. Growth is an uncomfortable process. It always has been, as always will be. And like Kuye said, it's a risk factor involved. Like Justin said, your mindset has to change. But also, you have to understand that if God is giving you a vision, you owe it to yourself to follow it. This time last year, I was scared. I was just about to go into my electrician field. I had cut off my whole circle. And now look at me now. I did that stuff scared. Now I have an amazing girlfriend. I have an amazing network of people. I have an amazing job. I have an amazing God-given purpose, man. And the only way it happened was because I kept going and I understood that God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. You don't have to have it all together.
You hear me?
You don't have to have it all together. Please hear me. You don't have to have it all together. Is it okay to not be okay? But the only thing that's not okay is when you give up. The day you put down, man, the day you put that stuff down, you say, man, I give up, man. It's the day you truly lost, man. Keep going, keep fighting. It's going to be hard. Not one person here today said it was going to be easy. But you owe it to yourself. You owe it to your family. You owe it to your purpose. You owe it to your spirit and your soul that God poured into you to keep going. And if you can do that, you can do anything. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. That's it. All I got to say, y'all follow me on Instagram at Sean the Undeniable. Y'all follow me on LinkedIn at LaShawn Sanders, TikTok, Sean the Undeniable. I can't wait to hear from y'all. Come on, let's keep going. I'm proud of y'all. Let's go.
Hey, that was fire, bro.
All
defeat is psychological until you die. Remember that. All defeat is psychological till you die. So you if you ain't dead yet, which ain't nobody watching the stream is, watching the content is, hey, it's psychological. Fix that mindset real quick. You ain't lost none yet.
Oh, bro. Oh, it's on me. Bro. Man. You exactly who you should think you is, man. I know who I am. I'm a child of God. God don't play about me. He has ordained me for a lot of things. And it took me a minute to really capture that authority. You know what I'm saying? Your energy means a lot. That means don't invest it into negative things, invest it into productivity and positive things. You feel me? Who you are destined to be, that's who you are. Move like that and everything will gravitate to you. I'm in that era now, you know what I'm saying? And I built myself up to this era where it's like, of course, never ever be cocky, be humble, but also know your worth, know who you are. You are capable of these things, so go do it. Don't be scared because you feel like, oh, I don't know if I'm capable of this. Like Blood just said, God don't call to qualify, he qualifies the call. You feel me? Like you are that, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't feel like you that, just know that God behind you. He gonna strengthen you. He gonna give you the wisdom, the resources, the people that you need to do what you gotta do. You get what I'm saying? But you that go after everything that you feel like you want and deserve in life, and make sure that your stuff align right with God. And I promise you're gonna succeed. And that's a promise that God has said in His Word. So of course I have to move like that. You know what I'm saying? Kuye just said, man, all this that we just spoke about. where they was talking about God, finances, mindset, all this. It don't mean nothing if you don't go apply it. It don't mean nothing if you don't go put it out into the world and move like this. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, just move like that, man, and it's up in your life. You feel me? And project that, know that. You feel me? Walk in that, bro. You feel me? But my name, Justo the CEO. You feel me? On Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. My government name, Justin Vincent. Man, like I'm here, bro. Like I'm here for y'all, you know, to learn the game. Like we here, we doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all seeing greatness right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just so proud of these brothers. You feel me? Like we gonna go a long way. Y'all just now seeing the beginning. So I don't mean be cocky or nothing, but you feel what I'm saying? Like this, if y'all think this is something now, just imagine a year, 2 years, 3 years. Like we not stopping. You feel me? This is just the beginning. We're never gonna stop, and we expect y'all to do the exact same thing. I'm done, bro.
Absolutely. Love y'all, bro.
What you gotta say?
Man, come on, go.
Yeah, bro. Don't try to leave now.
Wait. I wasn't finished. All right. My advice: just continue to keep moving forward. We know there's a lot of stuff going on, but make sure to stay true, stay grounded in your purpose, stay grounded with your people, and continue to use this quarter, use this day, each and every day to navigate yourself towards that future, that goal, that outcome. You might not be where you want to be yet, but you have everything you need inside of you. And continue to navigate that, because that's truly what's going to keep you going, is that faith. And that faith with God is going to keep you moving forward. And love, that's the main thing. So make sure to follow me on Instagram at Corey Phillips 3. Tune in for next Wealth Wednesday. Share this to your friends and family. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to follow my brothers on their social media. Support them, what they have going on. And we going to keep at this each and every week. So I will talk to you all later. Thank you all again. And I'll see you all later.